Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We have got the Mandem talk right now. You know what it is, man. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Mandem talk. The WhatsApp group. We take it out, you know what I mean, and we say what we've got to say on the Mandem chat, man. In with me today, we got man like Rhino in the building. Rhino, what you saying, bro?
Come on, we're here, man. We're here. Got some. It's like we've always got something negative to talk about, but let's go, man. Let's just get out of the way, man. Big up the man, them as always. Big up the chat, man. You guys like the video?
Come on, always, absolutely, man. Got man like Leon in the building. Leon, what you saying, broski?
I'm here, man. I'm here, more recovered, man. We had a wicked event last week, so big up everyone that supported us.
Come on.
And yeah, feel blessed to be back. Big up Traps as well. Is it Traps? Trap?
Yeah, big up Traps, yeah.
Traps, yeah, I said it right, yeah, cool. Thanks for supporting me on that, man. Just nodded like, yeah, I needed to read the thing, say, yeah, that's my name. Cool, bro. And big up Nagy. Nagy in a big office, you know. You boss now.
Yeah, man.
Come on now.
He's
Come
there.
on now. Do you know what I mean?
Watch halfway.
Out, you know.
Yo, halfway. Oh, you're crazy. Watch halfway through, someone comes and kicks him out. Anyway, big up Nagy. Safe, everyone.
Come on, man. Man, like Nagy's in the building. Nagy, what you saying, bro? What you
I'm out here, man. I'm out. Big up the people, them. Shout out to Traps for the debut. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully, he makes a debut like Wayne Rooney, hat trick and everything. We'll see what's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Rhino, my boy Leon. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I think I saw Sunshine as well. We've got another Sunshine now. She's a female version, so I call her Queen Sunshine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Queen Sunshine, man.
Shout out to the Queen Sunshine. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Future wifey, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
But hey, listen, do your thing.
Nah, I'm actually joking. Do you know what I mean? For those who are little. But yeah, man, I'm all good, man. I'm in the office, just trying to type up some things for some of the youth them. So if I'm on mute, I'll be typing away. But I'm listening, man. I'm listening because I need to come for some heads just in case some people get a bit aggy. Do you know what I mean? I'm out there, man. Well, make sure people like the video as well, man. Do you know what I mean? You already know what it is. You know what I mean? We started this year. I remember we were asking for 500 likes. Now people are slapping that like crazy. People going past 500 now. Bro. So let us know a new number in the comments what you think's realistic every stream, man. And we'll push for that, man. But 500 can't be it no more.
Trust me, man. Got elevate, man. We got elevate. We got Traps in the building. Traps. What are you saying, bro? You get me? What are you telling me?
Long time coming, Saeed, man. I'm here for the debut, man. Big up to the panel. Big up to everyone in the comments. Like the video. Let's go, man.
Come on, man. And we got Musa here. Musa's ready today. He said, yo, on the chat, he goes, I'm ready to talk today. He said, I'm ready to talk. Musa, what you got, Tony? What you got for me?
I'm here, man. I'm in the building. What are you saying?
Nah, man, we're here, man. We're here. We got a lot to discuss, man. We got a lot to discuss. Apparently, there's some dressing room leaks in the building. You know what I mean? Ten Hag apparently has lost the trust of the players. We're going to find out. We need to talk about what's our best 11 as well. We want to discuss what is our best 11. You know, when everyone's fit, what's our best 11? Or even 11 right now. You get me? So let's talk about that as well. But yeah, let's play this clip from Alan Brazil because you see these TalkSport Mandem, they want to create news about United. So let's see what he's got to say.
Ali, and you've got to be careful what you what you report on. But this is only what I heard from a United player who told someone we know very well. He said the players are not having the manager. They're not having him. Definitely not. They're by all accounts, they're disgusted the way that he treated Cristiano. And they say Sancho's a great guy. He works his socks off. So I don't know who to believe, to be honest.
I tell you one thing, though, you can guarantee it. It's still not right there, is it?
No, he said the players are not having him. Not having him.
Okay, the players are not having him, man. Let me start off with Traps. He's the new guy now. I want to see what he's saying then. Traps. What do you say? Do you reckon there's a division in the camp? Do you reckon Ten Hag has lost the dressing room? Do you reckon everyone's just trying to make stories because it's Man United and it's easy to make stories? What are you saying, bro?
I mean, it's the international break now, so there's nothing going on in the Premier League. So perfect time to drop one of these stories for everyone to talk about for content's sake. But in terms of dropping losing the dressing room, I mean, I think with any manager, there's never going to be everyone that's going to be 100% with you in the dressing room because some guys are not playing, some guys have got issues off the pitch or whatnot. But obviously, you're always going to have your favourites and whatnot. But I just think that right now, I mean, if they weren't playing for him, they would have just this team's notorious for throwing managers under the bus. So they would have down tools a couple of matches ago, just completely down tools. I don't think they're downing tools for him, so they must be playing. In my opinion, they're just shit at the minute, innit?
Yeah, nah. You know what it is with me? I don't know why we're going back to the Ronaldo situation. Ronaldo thing happened last year, man. Around this time, maybe December. You know what I mean? Around this late. I don't get that for me. I personally have always said, yeah, I don't think they're not playing for the manager. I think right now there's a level of confusion in it. They don't know what particularly the tactics are. You know, certain players are not adjusted to maybe the new kind of way of the manager's play. But I don't believe there's a dressing room kind of split. I just think right now we are effed right now. But I also think Leopards don't change their spots. And a certain man in the squad have been doing this for a long time. They did it under Mourinho. Luke Shaw's one of them. Did it under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There's a couple of men under them. So there's so many guys that are threw the manager under the bus or not play for the manager. We can know that, innit? We all know that, people. Let's not hide it right now. But I come to you, Leon, man. Like, what's your feelings? I know you don't really kind of like going on each side and whatnot, but I mean, what are you saying, bro?
I'm ready today, yo. The way that
okay,
because you know what it is.
Okay.
I'm literally I'm editing right now, so I was picking some music for something. So I had to take that other headphone out and just get locked into this. Yeah, the way these lot are shameless. Yeah, with that clickbait there for me. Yeah, watching that. Yeah, before the man made the statement, he scratched his head. Then he couldn't keep his eye contact up. Do you know what I mean? Where did he hear the source from? I don't believe any of this. I don't believe it. I don't believe this. Do you know what I mean? I think Ten Hag's a stubborn man. I think he's gonna any good person that you work with, yeah, like a Pep Guardiola. I'm not saying Ten Hag is that, but any person that within your workspace, your sports space, which is going to challenge you. Nagy will probably back me up on this because he was saying that he works with like high-end athletes. I bet and I hope you don't mind me mentioning it, Nagy, your dad works with high-performance athletes and helps people performance, yeah? I'm sure your dad is not nice to everybody that he coaches and that, right?
No, 100%, man. It's not about being nice. It's just, you know what it is? We use the word fair, and fair means there's a balance of, we'll ask for the most of you, but me as a coach, I will give you the most as well. It's just balance, man.
That's what I'm saying. So this guy, to me, yo, I know we done. I told you, man, we do the boxing thing. We stream that on TalkSport. That's as far as I go with TalkSport, man. These man are Clickbait Central, Simon Jordan, all of these guys. So I'm not into it. But changing room is going to be a bit of unrest because the results are not going the way that they are. That's normal, isn't it? But for them to give up on Ten Hag and them to just not like him and all of this, I don't believe this. I don't believe this rubbish. I just think they're questioning some of the decisions he's making, maybe because he thinks he's got more time than what he might have. So like he's making decisions to play certain players and favor certain things. He's making the decision to make certain signings and run certain systems, which you are going to question. But I still think that they're playing for him. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they just don't understand what he's trying to do, or maybe it's a little bit too early with that. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's my view on it, really. And also, I'm a little bit disappointed with Musa, man. I thought the Ten Hag Watch t-shirts were going to be here today, innit? So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He was ready, man. I mean, Musa was ready. And then McTominay shut him up in it. He said, yo, listen, hold that. But you know what, Musa? I want to bring you next because you were like, oh man, you feel like there's a little bit of something going on, and you don't feel like because Casemiro's now been subbed off, and you know when you get key figures in the team getting subbed off early, you kind of always maybe assume that you know what, all isn't at sea, etc. And he's now saying to himself, you know what, nah, you're out of the team. Rashford now out of the team, and Rashford, you know what it's like, man. He can leak a few stuff out. You might put out some things to the press. You don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be him or is it bollocks, but. What do you reckon, Musa? Like, obviously, you're Ten Hag out. You're done with him, innit? But what's your overall feeling?
Boy, like I remember, I told you guys the Sancho thing's 5 weeks old, yeah. And it's like
Arsenal game, innit? So yeah,
it's about 5 weeks old. And I put in the group when I was telling you that I was getting some inside information that the manager might not outlast Sancho, and I said that's all I'm saying. So this thing coming out from Alan Brazil. Alan Brazil's old school. He's not from the new. He's not from the new age. He's not from like the new school. He's not on this just talking for the sake of talking. I just think that the question really is how many players are not with Eric Ten Hag? Is it just 3 or 4 disgruntled players and the majority of the squad is with him? But from what I know, or from what I've led to believe, it's more than 3 or 4 players. Because when there's 3 or 4 players in the squad that's unhappy, that's natural, like everyone's saying. You're not going to have everybody happy. But you see, when you start having 50-50 splits, that's when you start seeing the team being sluggish and not pulling together. And we asked the question, have these players down tools? On this season's performance, what are we saying, bro?
You know what it is, though? There's a fine line in it of down in tools, or we're just playing shit as a team. I think people conflate the two.
They're better than this, man. The problem is this.
Come on, man. Sometimes you can just be a shit team, like, and you know what? It might not be
but the problem
the situation.
We're not talking.
We're just shit right now.
No, but we're not talking about beating Arsenal, beating City, beating Liverpool. We're just talking about trying to beat the teams at the bottom. We're just talking about our squad being good enough to beat some of the teams that we struggled against. Like, that's what we're talking about. We're just talking about why aren't we able to deal with teams that... We're talking about celebrating that win, our last win, with McTominay, like he said, like it was... I don't even know. I don't even want to say how we celebrated. I don't even want it to come out of my mouth. But that's where we're at. And we shouldn't be having to make those type of celebrations. We shouldn't... And that's the situation we're at. So I don't know, man. And even McTominay coming on and scoring those 2 goals, if we put McTominay to the side, those players that was on the pitch, like, to me, they're players that's down tools. I'm not looking at a performance from a team that's behind the manager. I'm not seeing that. You lot might see it. I don't see this team coming out and starting games and pressing in games like, yeah, they're fully behind these tactics and how he wants them to play. And like I told you,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Saeed asked me about. I was breaking down the clip of my man. I agree with what you're saying, and they're doing it for 20 minutes. Let's be real, 10, 20 minutes.
No, but even at 20 minutes, guys, analyze the 20 minutes. Analyze it, guys. I like to analyze the 20 minutes. This side by side, playing it safe and just starting with a little bit of confidence in the first 20 minutes. But they're not. It's not going anywhere in those first 20 minutes. We basically are a 5 out of 10 for 20 minutes. Then we drop to a 3. It's not like we start at 8 out of 10 in the first 20 minutes. Like we're just playing this mad football. We're just standard in the first 20 minutes, and then we drop from being standard to being totally crap. But we're not any levels in those first 20 minutes. And what I said with Erik Ten Hag was this, why I came to the conclusion that I wanted him out. And I said it. It's like being in the corner of a boxer that you support, who's your main man, and you're just looking at it and saying, look, there's 3-4 rounds left, and you're not winning this fight. I've got to throw the towel in. I'm throwing the towel in for Erik. I just don't see how we can win this fight with these players. That's all it is with Erik Ten Hag. It's not because I dislike him.
How many more players are throwing the manager under the bus? How many managers now have we said, and listen, some of them I agree with. Some of them, they were shit managers. But some of these players, bro, as soon as they have a little bit of bad form and they think, you know what, it's okay now to not perform. How many more times are we going to do this? We need to get these players out, man.
When I get onto the manager, I get onto the manager when he's signing or not. But I get onto the manager.
Yeah, go on.
The reception is reception. I get onto the manager when his signings are not pulling up trees. That's when I start getting onto the manager. Forget about the man that's been there and that's not been there. When I start to look and start to question his signings and they're moving like they don't know who Erik is, and some of them are moving like they've never played for Erik Ten Hag, that's when I start saying, yeah, something's going on here. And when I look at his signings, them signings are dodgy. And I told you, half of these signings, and this is the sad thing about Man United, half of Erik Ten Hag signings, I'll say 80% of them, the next manager might not even fancy them.
I can see that.
All right, let me say something.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just sitting there smiling because listen, bro. When McTominay was not playing good, we said, "Oh, look at McTominay. He don't want to play for the manager. He's down tools in." Yeah, Erik Ten Hag wanted him out. He wanted to leave. Now he's scored 2 goals. you see the emotions in his face. Oh, McTominay's playing for the badge. He's United through and through. Which one are we doing? Like which one is it? Which one is it, bro? Like the other day we're saying McTominay's not playing for the manager, bro. Now today we're saying, oh, he is playing for the manager. It's only him. Which one is it, bro, Mandem? Which one? Because to me, what I see, McTominay is not going to play like that if he's down tools. And I can't lie, part of me felt like he's not on it as well. But he's not doing those 2 goals if he's down tools, bro. So we need to know what we're thinking, bro. Which one is it, bro? Is McTominay playing for man or is he trying to cut? Which one is it?
Yeah, but
maybe because that's when I use that as no. Don't get twisted. Then I understand. I'm not sticking up for 10. Yeah.
What he's saying is it's not a collective.
No, it's not collective. But those 2 goals, I went out. Those 2 goals was like I'm still able to do it for a good club. He's trying to show his next suitors that regardless what these men are on, I'm on something else. That's how I feel like. Somebody
listen. Let me tell you what them 2 goals were for, yeah. Them 2 goals were from Scotsman to Scotsman, yeah, doing it for Fergie in Fergie time, blood. That was it. That was real. It's got nothing to do with that. Listen, because you know what was mad, yeah? I was sitting there and I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking, these man couldn't even do it for Fergie, blood. They couldn't even do it for Fergie. And then he come on and he scored Scotsman to Scotsman. He done that for Fergie, blood. That was no one else. No one. That was for
I heard that. I could see that. I could see that.
That wasn't even for his career. That was for he come on and said, you know what? Fuck it. I want to win this game. Yeah. And I'm going to do it for Fergie. And he even gave the speech afterwards talking about I've been at this club since 5 years old, posted a picture of Ferguson, this, that, and the other. That was what it was all about. It wasn't about him trying to play into the team or whatnot. Don't get me wrong. I think Scott McTominay gets so much flack here from everybody. And he's the least, in my opinion, the least of our problems, bruv.
Mm.
So you want to start him? You want to start him now all of a sudden? Is that what you want to do now?
I'm not trying to start him.
Listen. Start him up.
Let me have 2 pence, man. I've heard you, man, go on in it.
Let me get the super chats in.
Yeah, go on, do you think?
J.R. Smith said these players down tools for every manager. How will we still make it excuses for them? Facts, bro. And big up HK Music says, big up to my guy. He says, same players, same results. Ten Hag issue was trusting players like Rashford and Bruno and playing through them. It's not about tactics. It's about how are they tired? These guys are not good enough to lead us to the Premier League or Champions League too. I think for me, giving Bruno the captaincy was a wrong move. I said it at the time. I said his petulance and the fact that sometimes he don't play well anyway. You don't give him the captaincy. That was the thing. That's something I can look at the manager. And also Rashford, you know, he's on 300 and what bags now. And if he don't perform, he's still going to play through that bad form. So them 2 things I said, it's going to be stubbornness and his downfall. So he has to look at that. But yeah, go on, Neji. Well, what are you going to say?
No, but I just don't compute the difference between mentality and down tooling. I think there's a big difference. I think one's a conscious thing, one's a subconscious thing. And when you understand the 2 differences, I don't see it that way at all. I'm not saying you're right or wrong, people. Just my angle of looking at it is completely different. I'll be honest. When you look at the players down tooling, that's again one example of me. Look at Jose Mourinho, for example, because it was highlighted with the Pogba thing. Jose's personality and the way he went about things, not saying he wasn't right or wrong to do it, it's going to rub people up the wrong way. And when you've got pause, by the way, just before anyone else gets that, but when you have a certain personality and you walk into a disjointed, how can I put it, club, and then you've got certain players that were there for previous managers and before, there has to be some friction at some point. There has to be some friction. Now, the difference with Ten Hag coming into this situation is last season, people forget last season. We're only talking in this negative light because of what's going on this season. There's no way they have a season like last season and start down tooling. So I don't think it's I don't think it's a conscious thing of I'm not going to try hard for these players. That's not me saying they've never done that. I just don't believe that that's what it is because it don't make sense to me, just like you said, Sayed. So if it don't make sense to me, I've got to try and find sense of it. And I genuinely think it's just a genuine case of a mentality thing. And for me personally, that's a subconscious thing. That's a confidence thing because people, I think Musa spoke about the performances. People getting conflated with the performances and the result. We've had some great performances. We've had some decent performances where we either should have won, could have won. So I'm looking at performances thinking they're trying everything, but where I think they're getting deflated is when their efforts aren't being rewarded either by VAR, by their own efforts, or they're missing clear opportunities. And that over time, for me personally, is wearing them down. So then when they go and concede after playing so well, they then feel a type of way. And they haven't got the mentality to go and get that back up. I don't think that's down tool. I think it's a symptom of them down tooling, but I don't think they're going out of their way to down tool. I think that's different. And the reason I say that is because last season, Ten Hag handled the Ronaldo situation in the best way possible, in my honest opinion. He maintained his standards. Yeah. He did it with Rashford. His first thing that he did with Rashford, people tried to highlight thinking, oh, Rashford's in form and you've benched him. Well, go on. That was the first big question mark. Handled it, came off. Rashford come back, did a different thing. The way he handled Sancho's individual situation, Sancho, quote unquote, was saying he appreciates what Ten Hag did for him that season and he feels like he can work for this manager. So what we're dealing with, and again, that's a few quotes. The facts that I'm utilizing to make an opinion is simple. If you are going to maintain your standards, there are going to be some players that are at some point going to be on the receiving end of that. And that comes down to ego and pride. And those ego and pride has been filled by the amount of money that they're on and players thinking they're better than what they are. I expect some level of confrontation. So with the Sancho situation, whether it's for the manager or not, it don't matter. He's been made to feel a type of way, and now he's thrown his prams out of the trolley. And all he needs to do is apologize. I'll land with this. It's no different than when I work with these kids.
I'm not too tough about an apology. I can't lie to you. I'm not too tough.
I'm not.
You don't have to.
I'm not too tough about the apology. Yeah, go on.
No, you don't have to. But I liken it, to working with these kids that I work with. Some of these kids are coming from backgrounds where they're entitled. Yeah, they got no boundaries, nothing set up. And then they come into my lessons in class. I then again give a level of boundaries that they can't push, and they're going to start pushing and resisting against that. It's for me to maintain the same standards. It's not for me to stop patting on the back, say, "Oh, it's okay, mate. You know, we'll take your KFC." It's not about that, bro. It's a simple case of if you're not turning up on time, I'm not going to go out my way to go Lidl and go check you a protein shake. I'm not doing that, bro. And I'll be honest, as small as that is, to them it's a big thing because they expect things from people when it's all good, but they don't want to work for it. So it's to me it's standards, and whether you rate the standards or not, overall I think there's more pros than cons for Ten Hag in the way that he's gone about his business with players, organising and sorting out a structure. So I call it ruthless, call it cutthroat. That's just me, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring HK in and big up my guys. As men, we all know their hierarchy. How can we expect like guys like Varane, Casemiro, or even Leach to follow someone like Bruno, who they all know isn't a good footballer and has not won anything? They practice daily. They know Bruno ain't it. Let me ask you a question, Traps, yo. Do you reckon the Bruno thing now, him putting him as captain and he's playing through the bad form, and obviously other men are in the team thinking, hold on a minute, this guy's not playing well, and he's still in the team. Like, certain my Rashford are still starting. Garnacho ain't starting games. Like,
wait. Does HK know Casemiro personally to make such a statement, or are we just going to run off that line?
you know he's the leader, innit? He's seen great.
I'll be honest. I'm just big up Ty, by the way. But just before you go, Traps, big up Ty. But Ty has to call people out, man. And I'll be honest, HK is doing a madness. If you know him personally say that, then cool. I'll take your word. If you don't, bro, stop using players to push your own agenda because you don't rate. If you don't rate a player, cool, that's fine. But don't lie. How do you know Casemiro don't rate Bruno? How do you know? Nobody knows unless you know the man personally.
I think it's because they've seen little clips of him and Bruno having little arguments.
Oh, really? Wow, bloody hell! You know what? Yeah, I'm glad them man never watched us in the 2090s, bro. They would have hated Keane. Tell you no, would have hated Japstam. Would have hated them, man. Hated Vidic. Hated Fergie. 100.
No, but I think it's what sometimes maybe HK. I'm not speaking for HKM, but I'm thinking what he sees on the football pitch and how United in the past have been like. The toxicity from within has always been favourites FC, and also when certain men have favourites, you then see dressing room leaks, and it's now maybe a case of certain men are not rating certain players because they're not doing well. But let me ask you a question, Traps. Though, do you reckon that idea that Ten Hag's favourites now will kind of be his downfall, like the fact that he's persisting with certain men even though they're playing badly? Because sooner or later, them man are not going to be on good form to save you. And then you got to use the squad, bro. What are you saying about that, Traps?
They're not on good form now as we speak. But yeah, his favouritism is part of the problem. And I've said this. Man United is one of Man United's biggest problems. It's not like, obviously with the ownership and whatnot, but it's competitions for players. It's like, if you take it back to Fergie days, right? When Fergie bought Van Persie, He told the whole squad, if you can't find Van Persie, you will not play. Yeah. And that was to everybody. Yeah. That was to everyone. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't to, you know what I mean? It wasn't to drawing someone out like how Ten Hag's doing. But to be honest with you, like I said, with the Sancho situation, right? You've sent this white guy away on a what they call it, a program, some kind of program to get back to your standard or whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So he's done that without asking. Everyone's seen pictures of him running about, doing what he's doing. He's come in, he's played a bit part, he scored a couple of goals. He was decent in pre-season, and for you to then now go and say, he wasn't training or whatnot, you've just done the opposite thing to what you've done. So you've sent him away from training and for training, brought him back in, and then now you're saying he's not training. So you've took him out the limelight and then thrown him under the bus. It don't make sense. So I don't think that sits well, because you have to remember, like, the English players, like, they're all going to stick together and whatnot. So probably in the little English part of it, it's going to be like, do you know what? He's taking the piss out of Sancho or whatnot. And another thing I think as well, because it's funny how David De Gea has popped up at the woman game yesterday. I feel like these lot are pissed off about the whole David De Gea situation. Yeah, and I feel like it's like I'm not sure, but maybe there's like a group chat or something. And you know what I mean? People are talking. It's like, you should go. Because Sancho was at the under 18s game the other day. Like, it's just like, we're still sitting around. You know what I mean? We're not part of the plans, but we're still here. We're still around. You know what I mean? Don't let this guy make you think that we're not around, because we are. But for me, I think competition for players.
You see it like that. Then the fact that they're still around there and they don't have to be there, but they're still showing their face.
Because everyone's because everyone's going on like everyone's saying like Sancho's a disgrace. Sancho should just apologize. But hold on a second. He's not apologizing, because basically, like I said, there's a flip side to it. He might have just said, you know what? I'm not apologizing to this man. Fuck this man, because I'm not gonna lie. Anthony gets, no matter how shit Anthony plays, he gets games. Bro. I don't get no games. So what am I apologizing for? Like he might even win in and say, listen, I'll apologize when I get some games.
Why do we keep conflating games and training? The facts are right there. He specifically spoke about training. So if he's not performing in training, he ain't gonna get games.
Yeah, but Sancho said scapegoat, so he could be lying. He could be lying because Sancho said that's not true.
Hold on. But Sancho said it weren't true.
Yeah, but again, if Anthony, we all know Anthony's a crazy worker. Even me, I don't rate him full on the ball, but I always bring highlights to what he does off the ball, because I understand it. If you understand, a manager can have favourites. It's not an issue having favourites. People don't like the favourites that he has because they don't suit that player. Because people have, again, their preferences over what player they rate or not. Take that away. The manager rates his players. If he's bringing a player in, he's going to have a favourite. Like it or not,
that's going to be the
cry over it or not. However, to the Sancho situation, I've got no issue having this discussion. But let's stick to the facts. He wasn't even cussing him out. He made a professional comment with no malice. There's no vet.
But Neji, you're missing the point.
That's not true. That's the video.
That's not true. You're missing the point.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why that's not true? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why that's not? Do you want to know why that's not true?
It's not about not true, bro. It's literally standard procedure. He's done it with Ronaldo. Did it with Rashford.
No, you're missing the point.
No, he didn't.
Do you know why you're missing the point? Do you know why you're missing the point?
What he is, bro.
No, it doesn't matter. Do you know why you're missing the point?
Because
Because I've been in professional workspace. I worked in a sales pyramid scheme where we have a big office. And people get called out, and the owner tried to call me out one day. I'll give you my personal experience. Tried to call me out, but in the wrong setting. Tried to do it in front of everybody, and I wasn't having it. You get what I'm saying? So 100%. I don't care about how much he's being paid. I don't care about what the manager says about training, If you feel disrespected in that environment and you feel like the person could handle it in a different way, you don't care what everybody thinks. You don't care
Leon,
about
I'm
playing.
not, broski, 100%.
No, but I think you're missing that principal part there.
I'm not making a debate. Sorry, Traps. I'm not making a debate based on whether he was right to do it or not. I'm saying the actual comment that was made came out the type of way. Now, Sancho feels the type of way.
But you kind of are, because you said it was done in a professional way.
No, but listen.
No. I said he made a professional comment, which he did.
It wasn't professional.
Yeah, but I don't think it's professional. I don't think it's professional.
It wasn't professional.
Hold on. It is professional.
No, that's your opinion. That's not my opinion.
Let me tell you. Can I just say?
Let Traps go.
Let me land.
Yeah, go on.
You're telling me Pep Guardiola, when he's talking about Nunes, was more professional than what my man said.
It's
He was joking, though.
Subjective.
He was joking.
The whole point I'm trying to make and trying to get to, it's simple. Whether it was right or wrong for him to do it in that professional setting, that's where I agree with Leon. He could have gone about it a different way. Being a big man is simply just going, you know what? Let's have a conversation. This is my intention. This is what I meant. Is it really that big, or have I made it bigger than what it is? Because some people can get in their feelings and go, cool. I know Leon 100%. If I said something, in a situation, Leon's coming to me, speaking to me, saying, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that.
But not everyone's the same.
I'm not saying, bro. I'm not saying
that's
that.
down to your man management, though.
Bro,
you got a man management.
You're just reacting. You're just reacting. You're trying to listen. You're just reacting.
No. I think where my point is. No, Neji, you got right to your own opinion. I think for me, where my point is, did it have to be said after a game at Arsenal?
All right, cool. Do you know? I think Mandem, Do you know? I think Mandem. Sorry, I'm gonna let you traps go as well very quickly, but just to add my 2 pence in, Do you know what I think? The reason why I kind of see where Neji's coming from is because he's dealt with Sancho before and he protected him before. So why is he flip-siding now? We have to look at the bigger picture. He protected him before and he didn't have to, He took loads of bullets from my man before, So I don't know. Everything is subjective, but I don't know, man.
Do you know the issue here?
Do you know the issue here?
Listen, if he believes in what he says,
didn't protect Sancho. He didn't protect him. He didn't protect him.
What do you mean? Also, don't lie, man. Sancho.
The club protected their investment. Their club invested.
Let Traps go.
Right here, watch this.
You see, when he turned around, he said, Sancho wasn't performing in training or whatnot, right? He's gone out and said this. Now, if this was a professional comment,
he didn't even say Sancho's name.
Well, they asked him about Sancho, and then he turned around and said,
but that's what I'm saying. The quote, that's what I'm saying, it was basic.
Neji, man, let him land.
Neji, come on, man. Neji,
all right, anyway.
Go on.
Yeah. Let him land.
So then he's asked and then weeks later, he's asked the same question again, and his answer to the question was we don't speak about players that are unavailable. But that's what you've done in the first place. That's what got us to this part, this place. So
that's true.
So if it was professional and he felt that he'd done the right thing, he would have continued to stick by his guns. But he's obviously either been told by the board, or he's been told by an agent, or he's been told by somebody that this can't run. And as a manager, not all managers are the same. Yeah, not all players are the same. So you have to know how to manage it. You've heard stories of what Fergie used to do. You've seen Ferguson cuss gigs out for not wearing. Yeah, you've cussed gigs for wearing a bow tie and said Cantona wearing a tracksuit is fucking great. Yeah, do you know what I mean? He's cussed out Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano's cried. He's never cussed him out again. That's how it works with these men. You know that this guy's temperamental. He locks off his social media and he goes ghost. Yeah. So what are you throwing him under the bus for? You're not going to get any positiveness out of that.
Not throwing under the bus.
Let me get the super chat.
The whole clip, it's mad. The whole clip.
But he said he doesn't talk about players though. That's what he said. We don't talk about unavailable players.
You could switch Traps. You could switch that and say, okay, well, it was true about Sancho, but then he's lying about talking about players. Or then you could go, you know what? Really and truly, you don't talk about players, but then he was wrong about Sancho. It works both ways. I'm not trying to say
Eric Ten Hag is a liar. Eric Ten Hag is a liar.
This is what literally proves my point. Any Ten Hag counters, this is where for them to get
No. This is what I'm saying.
You know why I'm saying he's a liar? You know why I'm saying he's a liar? You know why I'm saying he's a liar, guys? Do you know why I'm saying he's a liar? He lied about Ronaldo. He lied about Harry Maguire. He lied about McTominay. Look at the facts. They asked him, do you want Harry Maguire sold? He said, no, I'm happy with the squad and I'm happy with Harry Maguire. That's a lie.
Press conference, yeah?
Yeah, in the press conference.
Yeah, so why would he say no? Why would he say no?
Tell the truth. Jose Mourinho, you see Jose Mourinho, when Jose wants a player gone or he's not feeling you, he makes it clear or he doesn't answer the question. Listen, so I'm telling you, but I'm giving you an example of, let me land quickly. I'm giving you an example of a manager who's truthful or does it his own way by telling the truth. You don't have to lie. The problem with Eric Ten Hag, he goes above and beyond about players he doesn't want to keep. That's why I say it's a lie. Because he doesn't just say like, yeah, he goes above and beyond by saying that I'm happy with his performance.
Back the statement then, please, because that's extreme.
Okay, let me give you an example. When you're asked about a player that you want to sell or you don't want to keep, a lot of managers say, listen, the player's looking at other options, he's a part of the squad and, but he's looking at other options, whatever. He says, we're happy with him. We're happy with the way he's training. He's an important squad member. Important? What the heck? That's a lie. He's not an important squad member.
Answer this, please, Musa. Why is he going to go to a press conference and literally slut shame any player to an nth degree on an extreme level to what you're saying? It makes no sense.
Now, he doesn't have to slut shame. I agree with you, Neji, yeah. But why would you say he's an important part of the squad? What are you talking about? That's going above and beyond.
Do you genuinely think he means it? When even we said, yeah, when Maguire comes into this team, I won't speak for no one, I speak for myself. I said, watch. Even the comments about the captain's armband, everyone was saying, oh, he says Maguire's going to be his captain. No, he said he is the captain of Man United. People twisted that. He's made a statement which is quite obvious. And I said, it's clever because one, it gets media off him. Two, it shuts everyone down. And I said, Ten Hag so stubborn, right, that the only way Maguire's going to be a captain is if he's good enough to play on the pitch. So he can be the captain all he wants. But if he's not good enough on the pitch, he ain't wearing no armband. What happened? So he goes
above and beyond, man. He done it with Ronaldo. He done it with Ronaldo.
I'm gonna get super chats in. I'm gonna get the super chats in before we carry on because I don't want to kind of go on the situation with Sancho all day in it. Big up to HK and this ain't kids. Why should Sancho apologize for defending his character? Ten Hag should apologize first. Eric Ten Hag showed he has favourites. Casemiro definitely don't rate Bruno. He's always on his backside about dropping stupid stuff. Big up to Proof. He says, I can understand if there's a disconnect between Eric Ten Hag and the squad. Eric Ten Hag has standards for the training to be selected, but none for the players that perform poorly. That's true as well. The standards messaging is confusing, to be honest. That's a good point there, man. I can't lie to you, man. We'll have to deepen that one as well. HKM News says, how can Eric Ten Hag talk about training while other allowing shit performances? We lost 7-0 and he played every single player the next game. I don't care if we won. No accountability. And Eric Ten Hag lost his head. Just lost to Arsenal. He should know that this fan base always look for who to blame. So saying that after Arsenal wasn't it, and they're off topic. This a gal, man. Jamie trying to control it. But you know what it is though. Do we believe? Let me get Rhino involved. I want to hear what Rhino says. Do you believe Eric Ten Hag is setting a good precedent in the team about players performing well and players not performing well? Because if we get a situation where if there's a big game coming up and players are just playing because of their name, bro, that's going to upset the squad. Yeah. And then players, when they come on, aren't going to give 100%. You see what I mean, bro? Like, it doesn't set a good precedent. And that's 100%, why I want Ten Hag to be fair.
100%. I definitely, when it comes to Ten Hag and his favourites, that's one thing issue that I do have with him in terms of whether he has to drop players and stuff. And I'm happy that he's starting to drop the Rashfords, the Casemiros and whatever. And I'm hoping that it's the start of something that we can see where he's picking the best players suited for that game. So there's definitely a lot of things that Ten Hag does that I'm not happy with. So when I am sticking up for him, look at the bigger picture, because I'm not trying to say that he's the best manager, he's made the best decisions, but I look at everything overall. And I think it's very easy as a fan base to forget all the positive stuff he does. When he was lying about Maguire, no one cared. No one cared that he was lying about Maguire. Now all of a sudden he's lying about a player that we don't like, that we might like or whatever. Now we're all of a sudden concerned that he's a liar. When he was lying before, we were happy, laughing. Ten Hag doesn't tell the truth. Oh, he doesn't rate Maguire because we all didn't rate Maguire. Do you know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, now it might be Sancho. Sancho's my guy. I like Sancho, but I feel like now now it's happening with a player that maybe people want to kind of disagree with him now. Oh, now it's a problem. So I think we just need to overall just try and be consistent as a fan base, isn't it? Ten Hag's done Ten Hag's done a lot of positive stuff, and he's done a lot of negative stuff too. Do you get me?
Do you know what I think it was with Maguire? I think everyone was go on. Everyone was under the impression that he'd be gone in the summer. That's why no one cared, to be honest.
You know what he said today, though? Do you know what he said today? He goes, there was no agreement this summer. So it's on the football club. Again, the bigger picture. The football club didn't want to say, accept that 30 million. They wanted more. I said to people, go and take that 30 million and run with it. But the club said, nah, we want a bit more.
Broski, they didn't want to pay out because they would have had to pay him out in it, and they don't like paying players off to leave.
Bro, if it means that we get another centre back, then go do it.
Oh no, I'm agreeing with you. It's right. I'm just saying because they're business minded. That's how they run in it. Like they're looking at assets as opposed to Ten Hag don't need this player. Let's move. Like, it's mad.
Into the positive propaganda now. My man's getting an interview today, and now everyone's like, oh, well, we should have kept him. We're keeping him anyway. He's a good centre-back. Bollocks, man. We should have went. He should have went. Simple as that.
100%. 100%.
The way you rolled that off the tongue there, Saeed, you're a killer, man. Carry on.
You know what the problem is,
he used to be more consistent, man.
Yeah, my problem with Ten Hag is, and this is why I keep on using Go on, guys.
Go on.
Go on, Musa, man.
Go on, Musa.
Yeah. My thing is, that's why I keep on using the analogy of being the trainer in the corner and throwing the towel in, because you want your fighter to win. You want your man to win. But when he's not doing what you plan to do or what you train to do, and you see that he's not winning the fight, Eric Ten Hag has got to the point for me where he's second guessed himself so much since he's come into this position of Man United manager that he's becoming lost in himself. What do I mean by that? We've seen reports come out that because he's been so harsh and so strict, and we know he's authoritarian in terms of the way he comes across, now he's scared to say anything. So my thing is, like, if you're strict and that's your thing, go on your sword. This is what Jose does, and that's the only reason I bought Jose in, is that Jose wins on his sword and falls on his sword. If you win and you're being strict, and then you see that certain men are not able to deal with it, and then you become too soft, they're gonna say, "Right, my man's fake because he hotted up my man, and then he didn't hot up this guy."
Yeah,
No, he's long. You start to lose players around you. So for me, when I'm seeing him doing all of this, I'm saying throw the towel in and start again, because whoever comes in, stay. You see, this Man United job is it's not easy, and I said this to a man the other day. If someone said, "Right, I thought he was a good manager," they said the same thing about Onana. I thought he was a good goalkeeper. I said, "Have you ever been in a peak situation where someone can even ask you your own name and you don't know your name?" You see, when it's peak, it's peak. See, when the pressure's on, it's on. And man will say to you, "Bro, what's your name?" You're like, what? Yeah. Man said, I said, Onana, and I said, when it's peak, you forget the basics. I said, Onana's forgot the basics. He forgot that he's even a goalkeeper. He's thinking, "Raw, what's going on?" Because like the situation's real. Yeah, his head's lost. And Eric Ten Hag is in the same situation. Being a Man United manager, listen, I don't wish it on anyone like that. It's a big position because, listen, we don't even win games and we're making more headlines than Arsenal, Man City, people that are doing stuff. We're making mad headlines. Eric Ten Hag has never been scrutinized like this ever in his life. He's making headlines in New Zealand, Australia, America. It's peak for him. So now he's second guessing himself. But we can't afford to have a manager that comes in at Man United with all the madness that we've got, and you start to second guess yourself. The moment I saw my man start second guessing himself, and even the type of signings that he initially wanted to the type of signings that he's now going for, I'm saying, listen, throw the towel in. My brethren can't fight no more. He can't win this one.
Musa.
And that's all it is. I don't dislike Eric Ten Hag, but I just see that he can't win it.
Musa, can I ask you a question? Do you think that the turning point for Ten Hag was that Arsenal game, or do you think this has been happening way before? Because I seen a different. I don't know if it was just me. I seen a difference in his mannerisms after the Arsenal game. He was like, the way he was answering questions and his body language was like, "I'm under some real pressure right now." What do you think?
But you know what it is though? Even in pre-season, when he was saying the players are not doing what he wants them to do, I've never saw that Ten Hag like that. You know what I'm saying? Even in pre-season, that was the first thing. Like,
no, but you know what's mad, yeah, Mandem? I feel like now Ten Hag has changed it around. This is more his team now. I feel like now the pressure's coming in because it's not like last year where there was certain man in the team from the previous manager, and there probably still is, yeah. But now this is his team, and I feel like he should.
Why do you keep saying these false angles to get?
No, because he's bought more players than what he wants within the team.
No, but hold on a minute. I'm saying he's forming into his own team. I'm not saying
there's a difference between it is and forming, because forming means you're not there.
Let me. But again,
what's the spine? What's the spine of Man United right now? What's our spine?
The spine, yeah.
What's the spine got to do with it?
The spine is Eric Ten Hag.
Part of the team, bro.
We're talking about the same club here with the same standards.
That's the main part of the team. Don't try it, AG, because you've said it before. You know the spine's the main part.
Listen, context. The reason I'm asking this question is because if we're trying to say we want Man United to be this, let's not talk about a Ross Clark spine. Let's talk about having a whole 18 at least on the bench, like for like replacements, so we can go and challenge those, man. Because if we're not doing that,
no, because you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that, so we can't judge
the club, though, man. You know the club, man. We ain't going to get that.
We have to judge what it is, Nate.
You're going to get that, bro. Come on, man.
Like I said in the group chat, perspective, innit? If we know these things, why are we missing them out just because we can get vexed?
No, but I hear you. But I'm saying,
what are you going to do? Wait for every manager to get everything that they want before you judge it?
Better for him. Okay, let me make it better for you then, Neji. It's morphing into his own team. So now there has to be more expectations.
Go on.
The Onana one, okay, you were thinking, now we don't really need Onana, etc., etc. But this is morphed into his team. So now people are going to get onto him to say, right, we demand a better style of play. We demand better performances. People are going to demand stuff, and it's okay. Where it's reactionary, maybe to call Ten Hag out, I'm with you guys. I don't want Ten Hag out right now because I feel like he needs to overcome the kind of bad fortune that he's had. He needs to overcome it. That's just the way I kind of look at it. But you know what? There should be an expectation to be like, yo, fix up, bro. We need to see better.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to sit here, yeah? I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have expectations of him. But let's have the expectations where the perspective is still on everything we know. Because all I'm seeing in the fan base now is man having expectations based on, again, things that are outside of our reality that are necessary for him to have certain expectations. So it's like, okay, do I expect
quick
to see...
question, AJ. Quick question.
Do I expect to see... Sorry, Broski, go on. Go on, Musa.
I was going to say, quick question. Does anyone believe that the fans that believe that we should sack or Erik Ten Hag should get sacked, or we should be looking for a new manager? Do those fans and that fan base, do they have a legitimate reason for that, or are they just doing it for the sake of reaction?
Listen, it's not about me, yeah.
You got reasons, yeah.
It's not about when I have this conversation, yeah. I'm not trying to police, yeah. Whether someone can have a manager, they can have their reasons. It's legit reasons. If someone says to me, I don't like how he's handled Sancho, and I can see that, like Leon said, like you said, he went about it in the wrong way, regardless of whatever, that's a legit reason. I'm not going to sit here and say that's wrong. What I am going to do is put things into perspective and go, how much weight are we putting on these opinions? How much weight are we doing this to then make that conclusion, that manager out? And I'm saying people are putting too much weight on surface level things to get to this conclusion. I'm not with that. I'm not going to stand here like some cheap wet lettuce, yeah, and just accept stupidness. I'm not. I'm going to ask you, put things into perspective. I'm going to ask you, if you want to have certain expectations, let's get deep, let's go to the level and go, okay, well, what does it take to have these level of expectations that we all want? Because I want the same thing. So I'm going to sit here and go, what does it take to go and be a Man City? What does it take to be a Liverpool? And there are certain factors that people want to, again, ignore because all they want to do is just go for a manager because that's surface level. But there are certain factors you cannot ignore if you really want to have an honest conversation with this. And what that stops people doing is getting vexed because they have to sit there and go, oh, yeah, I know, can't do nothing about it. So what they will do is go, you know what? Bun those things. I'm just going to talk about it on surface level and say, this is why I want to manage it out. And I'm not having that.
No, but
I mean, I don't think...
I'm not having that.
Neji, just a quick one, Traps. What about people that have a minimum expectation for a manager that Ten Hag isn't reaching right now?
Minimum.
I can see their perspective when they've got
and
they're looking at they're looking at 7, 8, 9 games and they're like, this isn't good enough. They're looking at goal difference minus and they're like, this isn't good enough. They're looking at favourites being played and it's not good enough. They're looking at Rashford walking around and people having stinkers and they're like, it's not good enough. You're on the training pitch with these every single week. So what about them people?
Again, those people, if they're looking at it going Ten Hag out, but they're telling me they want to start challenging, then I'm going to sit there.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying minimum expectation for managers.
There's a difference.
I agree. We're not saying that. I agree with that.
If a man wants to come and step to me and go, you know what? I don't like the way my man's playing. I don't like how they're lazy. I don't like this. And then puts a full stop at it. I'll go, yeah, fair play. I see the same things. But if a man's going to bring those things to the table and say, this is why we're not going to win the league, I'm going to sit there and go, well, if you're going to actually entertain that conversation, then we need to bring the other factors in place that actually allow that to happen. If we're not going to do that, I'm not going to entertain your stupidness.
Let me get some super chats in, Mandem. By the way, there's over 1,000 people in here, man. I need the likes up, man. They're not even reaching 500 yet. Mandem, like the video, man. It's and the Galdem as well. Like the video, man. This is a good show. So please do a couple of super chats before I get to you, Lee. There's one about Rashford. Sancho has a factual, documented training issues at every club he's been at. If you think they are all lying, you're thick. All there is to it. Nedu, big up my guy Nedu, man. By the way, you need to pay that guy, the Arsenal fan, man. They want that money, bro. Big up the panel. Much love, Musa, Saeed, Sunshine, Rhino, Leon, and Traps. We are on international break. Big up as well, Nedu as well. To be honest, I cannot be bothered about United until Ten Hag is sacked. He needs to get out. And I've already told you, man, I'm on loan to Man City. Oh, my days. I'm on the jersey. I'm from the It's cares not taken. Listen, man, you can't say them things around here, bro.
Man City.
That's haram.
That's haram.
Yeah, that's haram, bro.
Loan to Man. What happened to our
That's
fan base?
crazy.
He said it on the Arsenal game, to be fair.
On loan to any team, full stop. But Man City,
I
that's
know.
crazy, bro.
Man.
You could have gone to like Salford or something like that. City,
bro. I don't know, man. Lee says a bit off topic, but does anyone feel Rashford's play for a new contract now? He's got it. He can't be asked. Let me start with you, Traps. I'll start with you, and then we'll go to Leon and then Rhino. What do you say? We'll talk about Rashford here, man. What are we saying? Like, is it now? What do we do with Rashford now?
Listen, everyone knows what Rashford's like, man. Rashford's purple patch king, man. Just wait for his purple patch, man. It'll come at some point. Just chill. Like, this is what he does. This is exactly like I don't understand why people are getting so mad because you see, last season before the World Cup, he scored 4 goals. 4 goals before the World Cup.
Wow.
Just let him. Just leave him. Because at the end of the day, maybe he should. Maybe like, but you know, like if Ten Hag does not know what he's getting from this man, then he's an idiot. Because at the end of the day, you know that Rashford will get the purple patch, the ultimate warrior purple patch, and go and do a madness for 2 months, and that's him. That is what he does. He's been doing this. So, I mean, what do you do with Rashford? I mean, yeah, you can bench him off, but what's that going to do? He's paying 375 grand. His mate's just been kicked out of the team. It's not going to go down well. So I think, player power at United. I'll be honest with you, I don't think Eric Ten Hag can.
But did he break up with his girlfriend? Did he break up with his girlfriend?
Yeah. But he married her, bro, and then he's broke up with her apparently.
Remember the last time they broke up, he went on the same thing happened to him. I think something's going on. He's Because remember the last time they broke up, he went missing.
Yeah, that's true.
Then they got back together again. Then they got to.
We said, she's got the dough with the pins in that.
She's got it because listen, when they got back together, he started going on a mad one last season, and he was doing all the lovey-dovey pictures. Then she's gone at the end of the season. He's in his feelings.
He was in Miami, bro. He was in Miami this summer, man. He was wilding in Miami, bro. I can't lie to you, man. So
he's doing the Stormzy right now, man. He's struggling.
Yo, Stormzy, I can't lie. Stormzy one is a bit of a mad one, but big up to Stormzy, man. You get me? United fan anyway. But you know what it is though, man? Like, we got to have, Leon, I'll start with you. We got to have an honest conversation, man. I've always said about Rashford, he's inconsistent, innit? The contract was wild, innit? I don't know, man. Obviously, I'm not gonna check a man's bag and be like, yo, you shouldn't be earning that much money. But bro, we can't be having a man who's on 370 grand a week being inconsistent or purple patch. Come on, man. That sort of money you got to be delivering, man. Simple as that.
Well, it's commercial as well, isn't it? So it's all about how much. That's what the club look at, isn't it? Like, he's commercially an asset and blah blah blah. But for me, yeah, this guy's. I said it a while ago. This guy's never going to be world class, and it's not that I hate on Rashford. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's done great things within the sport. When you look back at his career and you go on Wikipedia, you'll see a bag of goals and stuff like that, but it won't tell you the whole story of his career, innit? His decision making is one of the most frustrating things I ever watch on the pitch. Like, I don't know whether he's almost got that star boy thing, hasn't he? Where he has to be the star boy, innit? I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of bored of going on about Rashford still because nothing changes. I've never seen. There's 2 things for me, right? I've never seen a player get so much time within a team without getting kicked out. Because I don't know, at City or any other club, he's gone long seasons ago. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of them, I don't know, man. Like, I wasn't as gassed as everyone else with the goals last season because I looked at the whole performance and I thought, okay, Ronaldo's done this and now you've done this, yeah, but you're hurting the team. So it's all good scoring 30 goals, but if you look at the table and you go, what did we get? 58 points? I'd rather take 10 goals from someone who offers more, innit? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Also, can we do the thingy as well, Saeed? Can we do the best team or something as well? You're gonna do that as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for me, yeah, what are we now? Are we GA or do we want a team that plays better as players a better team? Because that's the conversation we've got to have now. Certain man in the team help us play better, but certain man in the team will score goals, and therefore it's not fluent as what we want. Like, Ten Hag needs to understand that, you know. And the sooner he does that, the sooner the better. Like, listen, Casemiro right now is not playing to his best. He's dropped right now. But do I believe in the other guys that are coming in to do a better job? I don't think it will. I just think right now,
can I make a point as well?
So bad.
Can I make a quick point? You know what hurt me the other day? I heard this on Flex's channel. Yeah, this hurt me big time. Yeah, think about this. Yeah, if we don't get Højlund right, yeah, Rashford will ruin not just him, but if we don't provide for him, yeah, and he keeps playing consistently well, yeah. Imagine just watching him go off to like Real Madrid or something, and we're just stuck without a 9 again. I can see that coming if Mando's less selfish. I would hate that as well. So,
bro, I think that's another thing as well that Ten Hag's got to do. Like, this club's been crying out for a 9. Obviously, we've got Ronaldo. It went left. Yeah, but other than that, we've had plus 30. You know what I mean? OAP fucking strikers that are not sustainable. You know what I mean? We've had it for years. I think now Ten Hag's really got to look at this and say, you know what? Listen, yeah, Højlund, because any agent that makes you sign for United is fucking. He deserves prison, bro, at this present moment. Yeah, but so Ten Hag needs to look at it like, look, this is the new guy. He's shown up and he wants to play for the badge. He wants to play for the team. I need to come away from Rashford and build my team around this guy.
Him. Yeah, you're right.
I need to forget Rashford now. Like, this is my guy now. I paid the 70-odd million for him. He's 20. He can be here for 10 years at the top level. This is my guy now. Yeah, so Rashford, if you want to go PSG, if they pay the money, fine. But right now, if you don't, like you said, this is the guy. He's got to just do the same thing. Go watch the videos. If you can't find this guy, you're not playing, bro. Get off the pitch.
Traps, you know what it is as well? His all-round game that Højlund showed me has shown me enough now to play for him now. Yeah, everything he offers for the team. I didn't realise some of the stuff he does. He's a great player. Do you know what I mean? Like, the way he's holding it, he's giving it. His decision-making for his age is so mature. It's unbelievable.
You see when he came, and everyone was like, oh, Højlund, because in the football world that we live in, everyone seems to think that Højlund's going to be shit because his name's similar to Haaland and Haaland scores 50 goals a season. That's what people think. But the thing is with him, I thought to myself that Atalanta bought him for 20 million, right? They bought him for 20 million. Now, when I looked at it, I thought, wow, 20 million for an 18-year-old is a lot of money for Atalanta to pay. Yeah?
Yeah, Atalanta, especially Italian club, yeah.
It was like their 4th highest transfer ever. Yeah. Wow. And when you look at it, like they had their players like Kulusevski, Bastoni. There's been a few players that have come from their thing. So the recruitment's good. So for them to pay that, we knew he was onto something. And I genuinely feel that the only reason why Højlund is here is because he's a United fan. Because if he wasn't, he'd have been gone.
It's always like that, though. It's always like that. You don't feel like every signing we get, there's always some way that they're a United fan. You know the ones there, bro.
Either United fans or Ten Hag's brethrens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to get a couple of super chats and we're going to get into our best 11. Nedu says, Saeed, I'm waiting for you to do the draw and tell me who wins so I can send the money. All right, say no more. I'm going to do that then. I'm going to do that. Y'all can't judge me. In fact, if we lose to Sheffield, I'm switching to Liverpool.
I can't read.
Nah, listen, I'm not going to read that at the end of it. Nedu, you are trolling right now. Big up to Ryan, man. Arsenal fan. He says, big up Saeed every time your channel. But curious, who do you guys hate the most between Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City, and why? Mine's Liverpool because I live in the northwest, so
mine's
it's
Arsenal.
Going to be Liverpool.
Arsenal all day.
Yeah, obviously Arsenal. These Mandem Arsenal.
I've been arguing with Arsenal fans since I was 7 years old.
Yeah,
I used to be Arsenal as well, but I've cooled off from them, man. I hate City and Liverpool the most.
Najeez is Stoke.
Say no more.
Najeez is definitely Stoke.
Najeez Stoke, yeah. Roaring your laugh at them, man.
Especially Liverpool catching up to our trophies and that passing our trophies. It's mad, bro. Speak, man.
Arsenal for me, man. I can't lie. Forever and ever, Arsenal. Arsenal.
Yeah, I grew up hating Arsenal still.
Listen, I don't even hate the club, you know. I don't get it twisted. Yeah, I don't even hate the club. It's the fans that I hate.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, no, I actually, you know what it is, yeah. The Arsenal thing for me, don't get me wrong. There's a level of hate, genuine hate for the fans because I'll be honest, some of the fans that we're exposed to are just mad. But me growing up, obviously, I'm one of the oldest here, I think now. Like, I'm not 30, so me growing up now, yeah, watching Arsenal, there's a level of respect that I have for them that turns into hate. Because I saw a great Arsenal and a great Man United. They were our only rivals going head to head. It's not a hate because I hate them. It's a hate because I actually genuinely have a level of respect to go, right, you're a serious team. But my
rivalry kind of thing.
You know what I mean? So at the end of it, it'll be a case of I will shake a man's hand and say, yeah, you did well, but I still hate you deep down. Whereas City, I hate the way they've done it, so I don't respect them. There's a difference. I don't get my feelings about City. I look at them and go, yeah, but you got charges and the way you've done it, I can't respect it. I look at Liverpool and just go, okay, you've had your success, but the Arsenal thing for me, Nah, man, 100. Even to the point, yeah, where my goat for a Premier League is Thierry Henry. Not because I don't rate others in United. It's because of what he brought to the team. He made me shit myself when I used to watch him. I'm looking at big Man United, and he's the only player I looked at and gone, bro, we're in trouble. If a man can make me feel like that out of respect, objectively, yeah, I have to go fair play. So, listen, Arsenal for me, nah, man. Can't stand
you know what?
Yeah.
You see, I just think like, you know, like McDonald's, yeah? There's like when you go for a job at McDonald's, I feel like they look for certain characteristics for you to work there. Yeah, certain things not quite right for you to work there. I feel like that's the same with Arsenal fans. I feel like there's a certain characteristic that they have, yeah, that makes them think that they support this club. And not only do they support this club, they defend it like it's their mum. I swear to God, they don't take no chat, no talk, no nothing.
That's crazy.
And that's how I feel about it.
What are you saying? The Mardi guy in the drive-through that's not just dash the change back at you. Is that what you're saying?
You're the ones that say, listen, what? Like, you ask for a sauce and they're like, they're thinking that.
They stand like 5 meters away and just look at you.
They don't want to give. They go like it's their sauce and that. Yeah,
yeah. Traps is killing me.
The ones that are there like, yo, what can I get a McFlurry? They're like, we haven't got any. And then just serve them a McFlurry.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They defend it. They just defend it regardless of what. It's got nothing to do with them. It don't matter. Yeah. And if
that analogy, is
bro. What can you name me 3 characteristics that McDonald's look for, please?
I feel like they just, I don't know, but I just feel like they
just one. Give me one.
It's gatekeepers, man.
I've just seen that in the chat.
It's definitely
gatekeepers, man.
It's definitely tight. Definitely tight. They look for tight people. Definitely tight. It's got to be tight.
Let me get these super chats in. United fans love GA. This is why Rashford and Bruno rate highly. The fan base knowledge is low. And big up Hedgecam was Traps is right. Can't be building a team around Rashford when Højlund is balling out. That second Champions League goal showed me everything. And Højlund and Sancho would cook. What's our best team then, Mandem? What is the Man United's best team?
And I want to do this in a way because there's going to be better arguments, man. So
no, should we start with like defense, then go midfield, then attack? It might be a bit.
Why don't you do it individually?
Yeah, no, you know he's right. You know he's right, Traps. Traps is right. If you do it individually on the keeper, and then just go with the majority whether it's right or wrong.
All right, okay, keeper. I don't know what Bayern is right now, so I wouldn't know. But Onana right now, I'll be real with you, man. I don't know what we bought. I see some compilation today of Ajax. His Ajax days were terrible, bro. There was some dodgy mistakes there, man. I'm like, yo, brother.
Saeed, you see that compilation? Yeah, I read something about that compilation, and them. You see them errors. They were in like first certain amount of games, these first few games or something.
Okay, fair enough.
So
the context, man. Compilations are alive, man. Wait. Don't ever base knowledge of compilations, people.
Hey, Saeed, you must remember the time you saw Gabriel Obertan and them, man. You thought he was getting the fucking.
What club was that, Bebe? Oh my days.
You can't trust the rule, man.
I don't know what Bayender is in it. I don't know what he is.
Mandem, should we just agree on Heaton and then we can move to the defense?
No.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We
got to trust Onana. We got to trust Onana. So let's say Onana at centre back.
I'm not trusting him.
I'll be real with you, Mandem. Okay, that's fair enough.
No,
you're not having him.
No, bruv.
What is it about him?
Listen, because look, you've come in, you've been made the number 1. Yeah, you had to replace De Gea. Yeah, De Gea has been kicked out the club. Not even a testimonial to show for it. Yeah, you are the man now, bro. How are you not? You're making errors after errors, and you say, "Oh yeah, I have to take that on the chin. Bro, how many times do you have to take this shit on the chin, bro? Do something about it, bro.
De Gea did still, to be fair, bro. And listen,
De Gea did, right? De Gea did
when he first came as well.
De Gea did when he first came, but when you look at it like this, De Gea's walked away from the Premier League with a golden glove. Yeah, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's the defense. Oh, Nana's here now, Champions League final, and he's
broski, listen, we can have this conversation. I'm sitting there, shake your hand, buy you bear drinks because Bear Man were trying to come for me on this one a long time ago. I had to be patient and wait for them to deep their own eyes. So
look, Ten Hag, you see, if you ever come across this stream, this is the plan for you, You see January, send that guy to African nations, make out you ain't got a keeper, and re-sign De Gea. Just do it. Just do it.
Nah, man.
Right.
We
Just
can't
do it.
do that, man.
Can I challenge
We have
that
to
though?
move on.
Can I challenge that though?
So we
Do you
have to
think the
move on.
sample?
Yeah, go on.
I know it's been hard. I know it's not been good, and he's had a shocker. Yeah, is the sample size too small? That's what I'm saying. Are we too reactionary? Is the sample size? Do we look
Nah.
back at the end of the season and we go, we probably shouldn't have got him. We should have kept De Gea. But over the whole season, I don't know. It's been not.
I
Do you know what I
personally
see?
feel, Leon, I personally feel it is, and I also quickly traps. I feel like, but we haven't got our starting back four, bro. So I feel like that's knocking out his confidence as well. And go back into what Musa said last week about what peppered FC, bro. I think Onana wasn't ready for what he was about to step into still. So hopefully I want to give him time to grow in it. But yeah, go on, Traps.
You know what?
But Leon, do you know what it is? I said to people, like, look, everyone's obsessed with this playing out from the back, play out from the back. Let's play out from the back, yeah? We need to play out from the back, yeah? I said, look, if you want to play out from the back, you get Onana. But what you lose is outlandish saves from majority of the time that shouldn't be saved. Like, you know, if they went in, you'd be like, oh, fair play, that's a good goal. But that's what you get with De Gea. But when I'm seeing him going short to fucking to Johnny Evans and that, I'm thinking, bro, De Gea does this.
Is that not the problem though? Is that not the problem though?
Yeah,
We don't have players that can play out from the back.
Yeah, but that's my point. So that's what I'm trying to say. This is why Ten Hag needs a director of football, because the director of football turn around and say to you, listen, you want this keeper to play out from the back. You don't have the fucking defender to play out from the back. You want to go and sign Mason Mount, yeah? You want to go and sign Mason Mount. You need a fucking defender that can play out from the back. Because if Martinez is fucked, yeah, which he is now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to put Maguire and go short?
Traps, bro.
Yeah.
Where have you been, fam? Where have you
Save
been?
Save your 41 million and go and get yourself, because you know what? You have to remember, yeah, in the beginning of the transfer window. In the beginning of the transfer market, yeah. Everyone was like, oh, we're getting Kim Min-jae, and then it went from Kim Min-jae to Mason Mount. If that was a director of football, that's what shows you that. We wanted Kim Min-jae, that was the talk first, so that's where we was going, getting a defender. We've gone away from that because that's who we wanted to make his main target. A director of football wouldn't have had that, because when you go to a board meeting and you say, listen, I've given you, you have to give a manager the rope to hang themselves with, right? So if I say to you, look, I give you what you need, and then I give you what you want in that order. So I give you what you need, what do you want? We've got some money left over. Oh, you want Mason Mount? Take him. So when the board meetings come and say, listen, bro, we just lost 3-0. What's going on? I gave you everything you need.
You know what's mad?
I mean?
Yeah.
Naji's a DJ as well. I know for a fact, bare pull-ups on that one there, man. He wish he had the next to him now.
Reel up.
Wheel it.
You know what? Can I just add something as well? Saeed made a really good point. I think he was chatting to Nuruddin on the straight jacket, yeah? And I think a lot of people are worried about the way that this guy saves goals. His technique is not coming out.
His
and
body
I think
language
that, for me, is something that's starting to play in my mind. I am not somebody that judges somebody on a short sample size. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I will give it more than enough time sometimes. Yeah, sometimes too much time. But it's starting to creep into my head where I'm like, the technique behind it and his decision making in the box.
Leon,
do you know what I mean?
You know. Listen, it's the man them talking, so I can say it bluntly, yeah. But and again, it's not in a disrespectful way, but I'm just being as blunt as I can with the Mackey's characteristic situation. Yeah, I don't think I can word it as good. But Onana is your stereotypical African bred who plays in Africa, like in terms of his body movements. He's stiff. He's stiff. He's heavy footed. So do you know that man who do step overs, but they sound like this?
And you can tell he was never a keeper. You can tell he was never a keeper. Like, he just became a keeper.
That's what I'm saying, Saeed. And so
you know
what Traps is saying, again, I've got no issue with having Onana. You know I said this. But Traps is bang on and saying that, again, in systems, and whether you like it or not, this is the era of football we're in. We're not in the era of Dida, Khan, Captaincy, where you need individuals to make the system work. This is now a case of you need profiles in a situation if you're going to have players like Mount and Onana. And the reality is we haven't got the finances or the structure to be able to back Ten Hag a long period to go and get that. So what we're now missing is, again, you've swapped out decent ball contribution for ultimately awful saving ability or below par saving ability, if I'm being respectful. Whereas really and truly, if you're going to get rid of De Gea, no problem, but make sure you replace the qualities that it came with as well, pros and cons in it. And we didn't replace the pros, and that was just give us another positive in terms of when we're on the ball, but now it's give us a negative when we're defending. And again, Traps is bang on, bro. And this is what we're trying to say. It's not a hate thing against De Gea or a positive thing for De Gea. It's just a simple case of just be smart when you're making decisions, because he's not going to get more than 2 seasons here. He's not. Yeah. And he won't be able to the team.
I'll be real, yeah.
Let's move on from this one because we're
I
trying
was
to
just going to
get the
say
whole
centre
team.
backs.
So let's get Onana. So let me get these super chats in. Hate Liverpool mostly. The man say I don't care about Arsenal flogs 12-0. I can never hate them because they're beneath us. That Bayending fail on YouTube. Ten Hag recruitment in the mud. HK goes United best team. Onana, regular Martinez, Varane, Dalot.
Wait. Are we judging this on what's available though?
Martial, Højlund, and Sancho. You know what? But also what's available, but also what Ten Hag's gonna do because sooner or later they're gonna come back in it. So let's just say what's in our squad. Who's our best 11?
Yeah.
I'll go.
And on form or not?
No, that's important.
No,
too many things. Just choosing the squad.
Yeah, choosing the squad. Like let's go. Everyone go in their best team, and then we'll kind of go like that, and we kind of analyze our teams in depth. Go on, Liam, you go.
I'll go. So, boy, okay, I'll go Onana. Centre backs Martinez, Varane. I have to stick with the two from last season. I just think consistently over the full sample size. Boy, so the players that are fit, left back. I'm gonna have to go Reguilon. It sounds mad. I'm gonna have to go Reguilon for now. Do you know what I mean? Just because
Reguilon.
I like Malacia. But I just see more from Reguilon, like getting down the to the byline and that. Right back, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to just be stuck on this one because it depends on the game, innit? Like I do rate Dalot more going forward, but there's games where Bissaka just clamps, man, and he's so vital for us. Amrabat, Casemiro, and then I'm going Eriksen in the 10 because I like control. That's what I like. Højlund, and then I'm going. This is where it gets hard for me right now. I'm going. This is really hard right now because I would love to say Martial on the left, and I'd love to say I don't know, that right spot's tricky, innit? Do you know what I mean? I'd love to say Sancho, but they're not going to play. They're not available. Because I'm not having Rashford me over a whole season. I can't take it. I'm going to go. I'm clutching now. Mount on the right, Martial on the left, even though he's not fit. If Martial's not available, I'm going I'm swapping Palestri for one of them too. That's me.
Okay. Chaps, talk to me. Give me your best 11 that's available and fit right now.
Oh, I'm going Tom Heaton in goal. I don't know about this Bayandia or whatever his name is. I don't know about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say less.
I'm going Aaron Wan-Bissaka because obviously if the press ever gets beaten, he's the last man that could put in that last tackle or whatever. I mean, as much as I fucking can't stand Varane, it has to be Varane. But obviously, you know what he's like.
You really don't like Varane?
Him? Bro, it's not like I can't stand Varane. Yeah, it's that every time. How can I like a player that every time he goes on the pitch, I'm worried about him? He's going to get injured.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
I can't stand him.
Replace him next summer, man. Like, when you look at it, like a replacement next summer.
We should have bit the Saudis' hand off when they're talking about 60, 70 million or whatever they was talking about for him. They should have bit him off and kicked him out. But for them, obviously, him and Martinez, good partnership, so I'd go with them too. Tyrell Malaria ain't going nowhere in my team, bro. I tell you that from now, bro. I don't know what he's even doing at my club, bro.
Raw kid.
So
raw kid. That is wild, man. Where did that come from?
You know, he's dog.
Yeah, no, he's rubbish, bro. I can't lie, he's rubbish, man. I don't know what I hate his guts. And then why is he?
You're harsh.
And he's listen.
Come on, man. Like, he's injured. What's some better words, man?
And he's been injured he's been injured for this long. Bro, you don't even play, bro. Were you injured? What happened to you? Like, you sitting there posing with Rashford like you lot was boyfriend and girlfriend, and then now what? You're injured. What you been doing, bro? But yeah, anyway, he's not going in my team. I'd go Luke Shaw. I go Luke Shaw, obviously, because you can't get Luke Shaw at the team for love nor money, and he's probably on his day he's decent. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sold on this Amrabat geezer. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sold on him because obviously he's played left back or whatnot. No, listen,
I don't get it. Like, how many man are you not sold on, man? Like, Amrabat played decent. How can
I be sold on anyone when we are going 1-0 down at home to Brentford and struggling to beat them? I'm not sold on nobody. Yeah, I'm not sold on any of you. No one's playing in this team. No, tell a lie. The only man that I'm sold on is Højlund. Højlund gets the whole season pass. If he gets 15 goals this season, that's 5 goals in all competitions or whatever. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But yeah, for the midfield, I mean Casemiro, you have to go Casemiro because of his qualities and that. But I'd throw fucking Hannibal in there, bro. To be honest, because he runs for days. Yeah, and obviously he's the leg, so I'll just throw him in there. Anyways, I'm gonna go Bruno. I'll just put Bruno in there. Obviously, but put Bruno in there with strict instructions, bruv. Yeah. Huh? Yeah,
we're talking about Bruno now.
Your
Yeah,
team,
no,
Bruno now.
no, you've got.
Don't feel the type of way. Say what you're gonna say with
Conte
chest,
there,
bro.
man.
Trust me, no one's gonna you, bro.
You could have Conte there and they still do the same things and giving the ball.
Nah, you
away.
gotta tell him, bro.
Like,
Listen, you gotta tell him, bro. Listen, if you don't do this, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to say, listen, Bruno, all them chances you created and all this shit you're doing, yeah, that's all cool and that, but don't fucking lose the ball, yeah. Do the basics properly. Half turn, look for the fucking pass. Try and get the fucking ball in the net with the attackers. You're not that guy. Don't start doing outside of the boot shit, hero ball. But he hasn't really been doing that, to be fair. But whatever, he'd go in any for me. But on the right, I'm having Sancho in the team because I'm looking at in my mind. If I was the manager, I'm looking at Sancho and Haaland. He was putting up numbers. Cool, yeah, he used to play PlayStation late at night.
I did say that, you know.
And turn up late to training, and everyone was thinking. But I think he got like 50 goals and another 45 in about 130 something appearances. So him playing computer late at night and turning up late to training, I'm calm with that as long as he's doing what he's doing. He links up with Højlund. So I'll go Sancho on the right, and on the left, I feel like if I could do a transplant of Rashford's body with Martial's brain, I'd do that. But I'd go for Martial for the time being. But even though I can't stand him either, because every time
Martial's
it gets
making teams, you know, it's mad.
It's
still making lineups.
You know what it's saying?
I'm telling you, that front three would cook. I'm telling you right now, that front three would cook.
With Martial in there.
With Martial, Sancho, and Højlund, the way they would interchange and feed each other, mad.
Yeah, but the thing is,
20-minute player, man. He's an impact sub now, Mandem.
No, but
Saeed,
do you know what it is with him?
Saeed, you said everybody fit, and biggest issue with Martial is fitness. That's it. Because his conversion rate's up there, his link-up plays up, we play better with him in the team every time he's there. He's just always injured, and that's where he gets his hate from. So, respectfully,
listen,
going back to what we said
on the left, though. He said on the left, though. I'm talking about if you're going to play him, you have to play Højlund on the right.
His team, innit?
Right.
I play him on the left.
Then Martial for the middle.
Like he said.
This is his team,
no, I play Martial. No, listen.
Come on, man. We got to be reasonable. This ain't the Martial 2017, man.
Nah.
Why not?
We're dreaming.
Whenever a player, no one likes.
No, but I'll be real.
People hype up. They don't want to hear it land. This is why I say, man, play FC.
Listen, let's be clear, yeah.
All right.
I can't stand Martial, yeah. Not I can't stand him. He's annoying because he'll start to cook and then he'll get injured. But I'm telling you now, if he didn't have injuries, but the thing is, his injuries, like my man gets injured by the crowd noise, like and I don't even know what's that. Like I don't get him, bro. Like he'll be Martial's out the team, injured in the warm up and that. Like, but but him playing as a player at his best, playing the game. Martial's decent. I'll have my team all day. I'll be honest. I would.
Let me get Rhinos, and then I'm gonna 1 second. Let me get this one. Nedu, big up Nedu. Says Bayern, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Reguilon, Amrabat in the 6, Casa in the 8, Destroyer, Eriksen 10, Sancho right, Martial left, Højlund in the middle. I can't stand Rashford and Bruno. They are shite.
Sorry, just a quick one, yeah. Traps. Did you say
on.
that is Martial your 9 or is Højlund your 9?
Højlund.
Okay, same as me.
Oh, that's what I said to you. That's why I was like, yo, that's crazy. But go on then, Rhino. Give me your team.
All right,
Rhino.
cool.
We'll go to Deji and then I'll give my team.
Onana and goal. I feel like we just need to build his confidence. Varane and Martinez centre backs. Reguilon left back. Wan-Bissaka right back. I'm gonna play Mainu and Amrabat.
Oh, Mainu.
And then
let's go. Let's go, my guy. Come on.
So you know. Just have a bit of that because I feel like Mainu's very athletic. He can be a destroyer as well, and he can be a bit of legs as well.
Guy, bro. That guy. Go on, Rhino.
I believe he can still. Listen, come on, man.
For no reason.
And now the people in front of them, I'm a bit stuck. I feel like if we can go with the Bruno where he's got set instructions and he's shadowed by Mainu and Amrabat, Bruno might cook in front of them because them not can do all the work that Bruno can't do, and Bruno can just focus on assists. But then I'm kind of stuck between maybe sticking Mount in there as well. I feel like Mount's effective when he's got a good midfield around him as well. And then the front three, I'm gonna go definitely Højlund in the middle. I feel like I'm stuck between Garnacho on the left because he doesn't really start games well. But I feel like if he carries on what he's doing, I feel like he can cook on the left. And the right, I might go for. I'm stuck. I might go for Anthony. You know, for some, I know some mad choice, but just for the overall balance and what he does and what we've got in the midfield.
When he came on.
You know what I mean? I might go for Anthony, but maybe Pellistri. I don't think Pellestri's been too good. I think he's been okay, but
Yeah,
the right side, I'm not a bit sure about it still. But yeah, maybe Anthony just to see if he can cook with the balance and do what he needs to do still. Yeah.
Okay, let me get Nagy involved before I do Sunshine FC. Before you know, what I mean, man, like Sunshine gets his one, so no one is talking Maguire or Evans. listen. And then he says, "Yo, block Sunshine FC." What do you mean, Evans or Maguire? I forgot about Maino and Adam. Sorry,
Ahmad as
Diallo.
well. Yeah.
Bro,
that's my lineup, man.
Let me tell you something about Ahmad. When he comes back, if he gets that right hand side locked up, mate, yo,
nah, man, you miss my bang, man. That was my pop. Ahmad Diallo, Kobe Mino. Literally, they're all my star boys from the earliest, man. They're in my team.
Go on.
They're in my team, bro. That's it. So this obviously
an
honoring goal is going to have to be. So I haven't seen the other brother, so I can't say anything. So I could be wrong and right on that. Right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka all day, every day. Listen, he's an unorthodox footballer. He's an ugly footballer, but effectiveness, not just defensively, but going forward, link up play, passing, beating a man. He's got it in his locker consistently now because those are the areas he's been working on. He has to start. He's our best right back now, based on what he's been doing. So yes, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You look at the centre backs. I'm going to go Martinez at right centre back, and I'm going to go Luke Shaw left centre back. So I'm not sold on Varane. But I think Martinez has got the capabilities to play at right centre back because he's good with his feet, both of them.
You want people to play out from the back, and you're making it even more awkward for Onana.
Say again, sorry?
You want to play out from the back, yeah, and you want to help Onana.
I never said I want to play out from the back. I'm just giving you my team. That's what Ten Hag wants to do. I never said I want to play out the back.
Okay, say no more. Go on then.
I never said that. I just give you my team. You know what I mean? This is if it's FIFA and everyone's fit, and I can only use United's full fit squad. This is what I'm doing. So yes, and then left back, I'm gonna go Reguilon. Because I think he does a great job in terms of what Luke Shaw can do. But I think Luke Shaw is a much better centre back at the moment than he is left back, in my opinion, and has more qualities defensively. So that's my back line. Obviously, I'm gonna go with Casemiro as CDM. Then I'm gonna go Kobe Mino in the 8, and I'm gonna go Bruno as the advanced 8/10. And then on my right, I'm gonna go Amad Diallo because that guy's got the same work rate as Anthony, but he's much better on the ball. He's higher IQ. His runs off the ball, his ability on the ball. Yes, people say he's too young, he's too weak, but then I want to see the same energy for Garnacho because I'm telling you now, if Ahmad started the same amount of games Garnacho does, he does more. Fact. Boss the championship and look like he should be there. So Amad Diallo all day. Højlund is a striker. And then, of course, Martial on the left. So you've got your creativity. You've got 2 ball carriers. So you've got a ball carrying Kobe Mino, but also the capabilities of doing the colossal role defensively. Bruno's got an isolated free role to create and do whatever, knowing if he makes mistakes, it's going to get covered up. And of course, you've got Amad Diallo, who he's feeding into, and of course, Martial, who's got wicked with the ball at his feet. It's going to be a problem for people, man. It's a problem. That's my team, man.
That's a nice front three stuff.
Okay. That's a nice front three. All right, then. I'm going to go for Onana in goal. I'm going to go for Wan-Bissaka at right back. I'm going to go for Martinez. I'm gonna go for Varane. But to be fair, we're going with players that are available though. So I don't understand.
You said fit.
We're using the whole squad. I think that's what everyone's
doing. No, just use the squad, man.
Okay. Left back, I'm gonna go with Malacia. Left back. I'm gonna go with Malacia.
Don't upset Traps, Saeed.
I've just seen Traps. I was waiting for the reaction today. Look at
it. Man.
Saeed gave Traps about Martial and he went to say Malacia.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna for the disrespect, bro. For the disrespect and that. In centre mid, I'm gonna go for Amrabat and Casemiro. I'm gonna go for in the 10 role. I'm gonna go for Eriksen. On the right, I'm gonna go for Anthony. Left Garnacho. Up front Højlund. That's what I'm going for.
Garnacho
that front three struggles, in my opinion. But
you think that front three struggles?
I don't know. Like, no, sorry. It depends how they're coached, but
you know what you need to do, Saeed. You need to get our teams in the comments and get the people to vote.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But you know what it is with me? You know what's crazy about this year? Nobody has picked Bruno. Nobody has picked Rashford.
I picked Bruno.
Bruno. Sorry, Bruno. Yeah, sorry. And I think Ryan.
No one's picked Rashford. You know,
nobody's picked Rashford. And nobody has picked Mount. Why has nobody picked Mount?
I picked Mount.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. You picked Mount.
I just think, look, like I said, like you see with all these players, Like, for instance, you lot talk about Kobe Mino. I haven't seen enough of Kobe Mino, and I've watched this under 23s, under 18s on this on MUTV. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think they're all shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. But like, I mean, we heard about Shiratore and all these man. These man, they're not doing anything special in under 23s or whatnot. Like, but I've seen Josh Harrop and these man start for United, and where the fuck are they now? You know what I mean? Like, so for me, it's like cool. I'm not putting my faith in any of these under 23s.
You know, when you look at the team, though, do you reckon it's so imbalanced? That's why everybody's saying here now, that's my team is a poor team. But this is what we've got, man. Like, Rashford ain't good. So I ain't going to pick him. I'm picking Garnacho.
With Mount as well,
what are people on? What are people on? Like, the midfield for me, when you look at Eriksen, who else are you going to put in there? Bruno Fernandes? We know what he's about. So what are we doing?
Yeah,
no
listen,
Van de Beek.
Yeah, but you see with the structure of Bruno, like you said, we're all saying Bruno in there with a structure, to do what he needs to do. Bruno could cook, like, I mean, you're gonna get. Do you think with Bruno, you're gonna get GA out?
Don't say that, chaps. You don't want to hear that, man.
You're gonna get GA out of Bruno. So listen, that's what I'm trying to say. If you have to play to his strengths. Say to him, listen, this is you. This is your part of the pitch. Yeah, you're gonna receive the ball from these men. These men are gonna do all the running around. Yeah, and they're gonna receive the ball. Half turn, look for someone, look for the runs, play the ball. That's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mount for me, when you watch Mount at Chelsea, he played his best football on the right. I mean, I'm not going to put him in there over Sancho. Simple as that. So I don't know. Like for me, Mount should, to be honest with you, Mount shouldn't really be at man's club. To be honest, he shouldn't, because there's no use for him, really.
But the problem is, he's put him in the centre, and you know what? Like, he ain't really there.
Exactly.
Like, he ain't doing nothing. Like, he is
Saeed. I keep telling. Listen, he's a facilitator. Understand the play. He's a facilitator. He's not
oh my God, man!
He's not going to give
what
you
is this facilitator
that you wanted from a Pogba, that you want from a Bruno, that you probably want from. He's not going to give you them things. He gives you the basics to help. I told you, Jordan Henderson-esque. He has a purpose. He has value in the system.
AG, let's go back to McDonald's. You know when they give you the fries with no salt on it, yeah? That's mad.
Hey, listen, listen.
Is he gone?
Oh, he's gone.
Also, Saeed, what are you going to do about this comment here? My man's coming for you, you know. Man said not winning.
Yeah, man, listen. Crazy. You know what? Okay, maybe my last year's a bit bad. Maybe I would, if I'm being deadly serious, maybe that's because of me. I think, you know what, I'm tired of Luke Shaw, and every single time he has a good couple of months and then he comes back. I think Luke Shaw is probably better centre back than he is a left back, if I'm being really honest with you. Like, okay, Luke Shaw goes at left back, but what's really going to change? The front three, everyone's kind of picked different. The fact that we put Martial left wing, I think it's wild. Like the fact that we're not even putting Garnacho on the left.
Why is it wild? Explain that, please, bro.
Because consistently, Garnacho is not going to pull up threes consistently over a whole season.
You don't have the legs, man. You don't have the legs to play left wing.
Hey, do you know what's wild?
Yeah, but okay, it depends on how you expect him to play. Because more time, if you've got, again, if your wingers are coming in and you're having more of the possession, it's not a case of him running down the wing like we're playing counter-attacking football, is it?
Yeah. Hey, do you know what's wild?
I understand that, but still, I just feel like for me, the team, when you look at it, it's actually kind of mad, you know. Arsenal, at least with Arsenal, they've got different personnel, but the team's balanced. Like, you get it. Like, with our team, we're so lopsided. Like, everyone's picked a different team, and it's all, I can still find discrepancies in every single team. Maybe mine's the craziest one, but I can still find the fact that, Mino, he might not be ready. You know, we don't know what it's going to be like when he plays in the Premier League. I can look at the Martial situation on the left-hand side. Does he have the explosiveness anymore? He don't have that. I can look at every single team and I'm like, we're so imbalanced. How is Ten Hag creating a squad that is so imbalanced? It's mad when you deep it, bro.
Yeah, but you're just focusing on the negative. Like, you've just listed all negatives. Like, and like always says, you have to look at the positives as well. The positives are simple. It just because, again, it's what if you expect your winger to do Palestri stuff, because everyone was talking about Palestri starting because he's an old school winger, he goes outside, because that's what a fan wants to see. They're not talking from, again, and people hate it, but a system that is specific to Ten Hag. So if you've got certain areas, where you know a player has deficiencies, it's your job to cover them up. That's where your balance comes from. And I keep trying to show this to people. People don't want to believe that your world's best players have deficiencies because they don't see them on the pitch and they choose not to. Every single player that you think is world-class in this day and age has major deficiencies. It's covered up by profiles and systems because they're not being exposed on them. So, and then this is why, again, I don't hear the Bruno hate too tough, Because people talk, the only thing they say to me is, oh, you can't keep the ball and retain it. I agree. But how do you stop that? Because you're not going to change the play. He's never changed the way he's played for his whole life. And I give honest comparisons. When I looked at Trent Arnold and I said the same thing, he's world class going forward. He's not great defensive, but he's covered in a system. That means he doesn't have to get exposed, so he can still be world class doing his thing. So Rano's right. If you get the two people behind,
our system right now is flawed. It isn't really.
Yeah, no, it is 100%.
It's malnourished. It's malnourished.
Yeah, you're right, bro. 100%. But this is what I'm trying to say. It's going to take longer for Ten Hag to get those profiles, especially to a club like Man United that was not moving like Man City. If we were Man City, I'd be saying, right, get the keeper, strikers. We're not doing that. If we were Chelsea,
exactly.
We're not. This is what I'm trying to say to you, man. Yeah. If people want to start talking to me about
Chelsea. Look at Chelsea now.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And this is what I'm trying to say to man. If I've got no issue with people having opinions saying Ten Hag's that's not an issue. But if you're going to start saying, but I expect to challenge second season, I expect this, then you need to start factoring in other things that is outside of Ten Hag's realm. Because really, I would start questioning those people asking those expectations. Go, are you really thinking straight? Are you really being open to absolutely all the factors?
I'll be honest, I'll be honest. See, with Ten Hag, I'm not Ten Hag out, but for me, I'm giving all I think I'm saying to Ten Hag. Only thing I'm saying right now is he doesn't have his best 11. So when he has his best 11 and everyone's back from injury and he's thinking if it's still guy left, I want him out. Yeah,
that's what I said. I said the same similar kind of thing.
He's got to manage it how he's got to manage it because.
Will you ever have your best 11 though? Will you ever have your best 11?
Get to that stage?
Exactly.
Will you ever get to that stage though? You got to be reasonable though. You can't just say.
Well, at least
you've also got to do well with what we've got though.
All right. Well, at least right, cool. Well, at least
everyone available.
At least the best defense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At least his best defense.
That's fair. Yeah, and last super chat before we wrap up. If we keep the ball, if we are keeping the ball, we don't need legs. Why I picked Martial and Eriksen and left out Rashford and Bruno out? You know what? That's true. You know, but if we kept the ball, that's the problem. We're not even a possession-based team, man. We're just—I don't even know what we are, man.
Yeah, but we've never.
We're lacking identity.
We've never been a possession-based play.
We've never been that.
We've never been that.
No, but we had control though. There's possession and there's control. We had control with Scholes, Carrick. You know, these guys that would play midfield. We had control, but we weren't a possession. We used to have wing play. Beckham down the wing, Ronaldo, Giggs, flying wingers. But we had control. We were never outworked, outpossessed. Like, you get it? Like, we never looked at those. I think, hold on a minute. United look all over the place. But when you don't have control, this is what you see with Ten Hag. Brighton or Brentford are bopping us off the pitch. Burnley are bopping us off the pitch.
Yeah, but you're talking about results. Brighton, the only ones who are better possession in that respect. United, this is what I'm trying to say to people, yeah? If you actually genuinely
they control the game. Every single team control the game.
There's a difference between possession and control, like you said. Controlling the game doesn't necessarily mean you've got the ball all the time and you're doing things. You can have all the ball and play tick-attack, do whatever, and do nothing with the ball. Standard. Bit like City at Arsenal. You can control the game in the sense of off the ball. You don't need the ball to control.
We don't do that though.
No, we don't do that though. Yes, we do. Because that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm not saying this is not an opinion. It's again statistically, I can look with my eyes and then go, okay, I'll challenge my own theory and opinions with facts, and I'll go and check the data and go, did my eyes?
Data is not important when the performance is crap. Bro.
No, but come on, man.
No. You're doing
both though. We're not doing both. Come on, Meiji. We're not doing both.
Haven't performed well for ages, bro.
Off the ball, on the ball. We're not doing nothing.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying it's 90 minutes all we're doing. Again, it's context. It's not. I'm not saying every 90 minutes we're doing this.
I get what you mean.
I'm saying large parts of the game, right? Especially in the start of the game, especially start of the season, the performance is probably 3-4 games in. I could see exactly what we're doing. I think by the third game, we were highest for winning the ball back in the final third. Most chances created, and I tagged those stats to exactly what Ten Hag wants to do because I know what Ten Hag wants to do. So I took my time to go and take myself out and actually look at what this manager's trying to do. So I know what he was trying to do is there. Statistically, I can prove it and I can see it with my eyes.
Okay.
However, it's not being sustained. That's a different question. And secondly, again, control doesn't necessarily mean on the ball. If you're off the ball, right? But you're maintaining and keeping them at bay and nullifying them. You're controlling the game because they can't go through. It's not always offensive. We can't do this. We as a fan base are always going attack. We're not looking at the whole game going, okay, did I control their press? Did I control their talisman?
It's a bit like what Arsenal did to City. Still, second half.
So control is not possession.
Yeah, control aggression.
But at the same time,
let me get last super chat
just
because
to
I want
make my last point.
Yeah, go on,
at
go
the
on.
same time, yeah, I would kind of disagree with that as well because like we don't even look like we press consistently to control. I get what you're saying, our possession and different
not
things.
consistently, we don't. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
True.
That's what counts, bro. That's what counts.
I'm not saying it doesn't count, but when people say we don't do something, that means nothing. Zero.
No. Consistency.
No, we don't do it well, man. That's what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. We don't do it well.
We don't do it well, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to make any excuses.
To me, that's a different conversation. I've got no issue with that.
Bro, the bar's on the floor.
Like I said, we don't do it.
The bar's on the floor. The bar's on the floor. It's shocking.
Fair. The bar, there is, you know what? The bar is on the floor. The fact that we're nitpicking. Oh, but we did it for 20 minutes here. Bro, the game is 100 minutes.
Listen, hey, listen, Mandem, yeah, don't worry
about it. I'm trying to say
it.
performances have been better than results, but people don't want to have that conversation.
Bro, we've had about 2 or 3 good performances in the last 15, 20, bro.
Even game, I won't even, okay, well, that's subjective because I'll be honest, given what I'm going to speak for me now, out of probably 1 million Man United fans. For me personally, looking at how I watch football, pros and cons, I'm a bit of a nerd in the sense of I like the intricate details of football. So I will go watch a game 2 or 3 times and go watch it over. And I'll go and look at what the manager's trying. Like I said in the group chat, I will hold the manager accountable to his standards, not my own. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. But ultimately, how many do we deserve to win? And that's my kind of thing. We
didn't. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, that's cool.
Listen, at the end of the day, if all else fails, man, listen, we've got Ole Gunnar McTominay to come off the bench.
This guy, you know.
There you go.
Do you reckon, what are you saying, Trap? Do you reckon Ollie was on the sofa when that went in and went crazy? What are we saying?
Of course. Of course.
Of course. Last super chat before wrap up. Nedu says Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have to answer to God for signing Bruno. Mourinho lose jail time for promoting McSauce. But Ten Hag, I just want to, listen, we're not going to repeat that.
No, listen,
Nedu,
I'll tell you who needs jail. I'll tell you who needs jail. Neil Ryan, bro. Neil Ryan needs jail, bro. How he turned Scott McTominay to from a striker to a DM. It's absolute. That's criminal. He deserves prison, bro. He's not a coach. He's a terrorist, bro.
No, listen, man, it's crazy. But Mandem, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. It's been a good show, man. Yeah, man. Big up to Peng, man. We need them likes up, man. This show has been crazy. Manhead malaria, manhead all sorts. Trap. Big up to you, man. We might have to sign you up permanently on the Mandem show. What are you saying, bro?
Listen, man. As long as the tactics are better than Ten Hag's, I'm here, man. I'm here, man.
Make sure you follow him, man. Make sure you follow him on Insta, innit? MBFC
yeah, Instagram and everything, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything.
Whole thing, yeah.
Come on, man. Make sure you do that. Come on, man. Rhino, it's been a pleasure, man. Big up to you for coming on, bro, as always.
Come on, always, man. It's always love for you having me, bro. And big up the Mandem, man. Musa, Traps as well. I've been on the show with him. Big up, man. Nice debut. Leon as well. I remember your debut as well. Thinking back to mine now as well. Crazy, man. Listen, but big up all the Mandem. It's always love. Neji as well. Big up the chat as well. Make sure you guys like the video. Rhino MGTV, you know where you can find me. Get my subscriptions up, you feel me? And love Mandem, man. The Mandem show always goes down, man. We just keep it real, you feel me? Keep it real, man.
Absolutely, man. Keep it real, keep it 100. Leon, big up to you, man. Anything going on? Any boxing promotions? Are you in Manny for the weekend there? Are you coming down to the YouTube side?
Are you going?
I'm looking for a ticket, man.
I can get you in, bro. We go. Come, we're rolling it. We're rolling.
Oh, hey, look at that, man. That's what happens in life, man. Come on.
Yeah, we're on this thing. Nah, I'm lucky enough. The guy that owns my boxing gym does all the security. He runs a security company for Sky Sports and for Misfits and Channel 5. So any of you, man, want to come, we'll roll in it because I fancy.
What day is it?
What time is it?
Huh?
What day is it?
It's on Saturday.
Yeah, but what time?
No.
It's probably going to be on about 5, 6. 3 to
5,
11.
yeah.
Oh, you know what's mad? I'm DJing till 4 o'clock at the Blues Kitchen, so I can come straight after.
Oh yeah, do you know what? We've had enough of you in this chat. I don't know if I can do the whole evening with the whole. You know what I'm saying? Cool, man. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm joking. Me and AG always. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, bro? I'm getting you back for sending me that pic last night, but this is another chat. So
anyway. That pic, yeah, man.
But big up. Thank you for having me again, and big up Traps on his debut, Rhino, Neji, and obviously, of course, you side without yourself doing this, nothing happens. The last thing I'll leave you lot with is Neji, you might have to turn the laptop or the phone off after and just deactivate the social for 24 hours because there's Bagger Man in the chat coming for you right now, bro. So
they're coming for you.
I'm the favorite friend, they love me, innit? You know what I mean? The scapegoat. I'm Bruno to them. I'm Bruno to them. Scapegoat. So good, man. I'll take
the word perspective. Perspective. What's the other word that you like to use?
Mad scientist.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But big up to you, Leon, and also big up to you, man, Sunshine, man. Big up to you for coming on as always, man. We need your different opinions. It's all about opinions, bro. That's what it's about.
It is, yeah. You know, I think there's one thing having different opinions, but people don't like when people say it with chest, man. It gets them riled up, man. So listen, I'm not here to hate or disrespect anyone. I'm a passionate United fan. I say it with chest, but it's always done with love, man. So listen, it is what it is. I can agree to disagree. It's all good, but always love to Saeed first and foremost, of course. Obviously, the Mandem talk, his creation, done a thing. Now we've got big man traps coming through. We had Leon's debut. So yeah, man, we're getting good quality into the Mandem talk, and the vibe's never different. You know? It's always done with love. It's done with the same. How can I put it? The same heat. Do you know what I mean? We've all got the same fire and passions, but we do it with such respect and love that you can make it comfortable. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I don't think you can find many shows that do that, man. So make sure you like the video first and foremost. And if you need me, the world's greatest heavyweight football. If anyone wants to challenge that, cool, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? But if you need any, why are you laughing, bro? Why
Traps.
Why is everyone laugh, bro? Like,
every time he calls out Saeed's not on it. You on it, Traps? You gonna challenge him on this thing?
Come on, man. What do you mean? Trying to take Traps as heavyweight? However you.
Listen, I can't reveal my weight on here, boy, because you've shocked.
Bro, trust me. I'm 19 stone 8.
Underneath this skin is a big old belly here, you know, bro.
I'm 19 stone 8. Don't stress.
Yeah, I'm about 22, to be fair.
Yo, yeah, you're in the category.
Wait,
all right, James,
how did they challenge you?
Is
this a one-on-one in the game? Is this a crossbar challenge? What's the challenge? How do we do
No, ball, bro. I'm talking ball, you know. Give me 90 minutes, bro. I'm talking baller, bro.
Mad.
Listen, I played 20 minutes defense. I played 15 minutes left back. I played the last half up front. Listen, everything.
What we're gonna do? I don't know why we didn't do it, man. Mandem football. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to link up, man.
Hey, listen, I'm not
there, yeah. If there's any promoters watching this, yeah. Go start a heavyweight league if you need to. The minimum requirement is 19 stone. I'll let you off. Maybe 19 and off. Minimum requirement. Yeah. Get the big man down there. Listen, we'll make it happen somewhere for me.
Listen, I'm not doing that, man. We'll just get penalty shootout or something, man. We'll do a penalty shootout or something.
I'm on that. That's a tier 2 low. I want a game, bro. I'm talking, listen, put me on 90 minutes. I'm talking the game, bro.
Team, let me know, man. We'll sort it out, man. But listen, people, I'm going to wrap it up here. Yeah, man, we'll sort something out, man. But people, man, please leak the like on the video, man. It's important you do that. Still 800 of you still here, and we just wrapped up the show. So I thought you would have went by now. But big up to everybody here. Like the video, and we'll see you next week, same time for the Mandem Talk. We're out.